My name is Ishmael Tabalis, and as principal, I would like to welcome you to the class of 2013 Ralph C. Mahar Commencement Ceremony. If you could please be so kind to disable the ring on your cell phones, it would be greatly appreciated. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as our band, under the direction of Mr. Will Cho, plays our national anthem. Boys, replace your caps. At this time, I would like to invite our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Michael Baldessari, to the podium, who will give the welcome address.
Thank you, Mr. Tabalis. Good evening all, and welcome to tonight's ceremony. When the students in this graduating class entered Mahar as 7th graders, I too began my 6-year journey with our school system. I've had the privilege of watching these young men and young ladies grow from 7th grade children to become the adults who are before us here today, just about to enter or to begin their next journey into the world. And today I took a moment to reflect on how much has changed in our district and our community over the past 6 years. And as I take a moment here to say goodbye to all of you as well, it's going to be my honor and my privilege to thank you for what we have accomplished. Now, I don't really know what Mahar was like before 2007, before I got here, but I do know what it has become. The axis on which the Mahar Regional School District turns has become increasingly characterized by the acceptance of diversity, collaboration, achievement, and respect. In 2007, when I first arrived, the students who would have benefited most from the compassion, love, and understanding of their own school community were being educated in places far from here. These students were required each day to board vans that would take them to Gardner, Natick, Lancaster, Northampton, in some cases even greater distances to get their educations, the educations that most of their same-aged peers got by walking just a few blocks to their school. So we created a partnership with the CAPS Educational Collaborative, and now these students are being educated here at Mahar. 4 of them are graduates today. Some members of this very class have received high school credits working in our CAPS Educational Collaborative classrooms, setting the stage for their own careers as special educators in the future. I'd like to take a moment to thank my friend and colleague sitting in the front row, Dr. Edward McCall from the CAPS Educational Collaborative, and all of the students' families at CAPS for their willingness to come to Mahar, to become part of Mahar, and to enhance what Mahar has to offer. Thank you, Dr. McCall, and thank you, CAPS. In 2007, there was one single student at Mahar who was the recipient of credits via dual enrollment, meaning that they were going to college and high school at the same time. Here in 2013, 35 students who are sitting before us are students who had opted to drop out of school, but then decided to come back via the community college and get their high school diplomas, along with some community college credits. Along with that, another 14 of these students have proven that they're college ready. Well, they're actually college completed because they've earned their associate's degrees 2 weeks prior to earning their high school diplomas. Imagine that, getting your associate's degree before you get your diploma for the low, low price of free. For this, I would like to thank Dr. Daniel Esquino, the president of Mount Wachusett Community College, and their academic dean, Deb Bebo, and all of the staff in the Access and Transition Department at the Mount for their willingness to partner with Mahar and to provide our students with opportunities to earn college credits, again, for free. Back in 2007, unfortunately, our performance academically was in the lowest 20% of all high schools in the state. Within a few years, Mahar was named by U.S. News and World Reports as one of the top 500 schools in the United States of America. We were moved by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts to level 2 status, and we now are working very, very hard, by the way, to get the coveted level 1 status. Back in 2007, 44 students from other towns chose to come to Mahar. 113 students chose to leave Mahar and go someplace else to receive their educations. Fast forward to 2013, only 67 students left Mahar to go to other places this year to receive their educations. But you know what? 180 students from towns around us have chosen to come here to be educated at Mahar because our education here is now of the highest quality, and I am very proud of that. Since 2007, we've seen one of our teachers, Mrs. Grosky, named one of the top teachers in the state by Governor Patrick. We've seen our athletic teams outperform those from larger metropolitan areas around the state. We opened the Commonwealth's second innovation school. We initiated and sustained the most innovative special education programs in our school for miles and miles around, and at the same time, we reached out to our neighboring elementary school districts to become even better. Our curriculum is now aligned from pre-K through 12 for the first time since 1957. Our students are performing well, and we're poised to only get better. Soon we will outperform our same-aged peers from around the state where they are funded better than us by a ratio of 2 to 1. What has happened here has not been by accident. What has happened here has been a function of the willingness of our students, of our faculty, of our families, and of our entire school community. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for taking the Ralph C. Mahar Regional School District to the proverbial next level. In my only editorial today, I encourage you to finish the job of having a single school district. Two school districts a mile apart makes little sense, and it has been this way for far too long. At the same time, I offer you a final thanks for your support. I say goodbye, and I welcome you to the commencement of the class of 2013. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baldessari. At this time, I would like to invite Class Vice President Derek Porter to the podium for his welcoming speech.
School Committee Chair Kara Dean, Superintendent Baldessari, Principal Tsabalis, Mr. Nick Malo, class officers, parents, family, friends, faculty, and staff. It honors me to welcome you all to the 2013 graduation ceremony tonight. This evening, May 31st, 2013, marks a transition in all of our lives. Classmates, we have worked so hard to get to where we are today. We together have worked for this moment, and tonight marks the culmination of all the working, stressing, and balancing that we have done over the past few years. We have worked for the future. Tonight marks the transition from childhood to adulthood. Tomorrow, we awaken as adults. Families, you too are making a change. You are sending your children off into the real world. You should be commended for your dedication and support. Without you, we wouldn't have made it here. And to the faculty, thank you for your support as well. I hope that we aren't just another class that you've seen go by over the years. Classmates, as we look to tomorrow, we each see a vastly different future ahead. Some of us look to college, studying a large variety of topics from engineering to education. Others look to the military as their next step in life. Yet others plan to go straight to the workforce or to receive technical training. Whatever your futures may be assured that it will be something vastly different from the future of the people around you. Wherever our futures lie, rest assured that you are leaving this school with the skills and knowledge to be successful in today's world. With this knowledge and the drive to become great that each and every one of you has, you will succeed. So tonight, at this transitional point in our lives, we leave the world that we have known all our lives. Tonight, we celebrate what we have done and look forward to future accomplishments. Welcome, everyone, to the 2013 commencement ceremony. Good luck to you all in the future.
Thank you, Derek. Our guest speaker for this evening, Mr. Malo, has been selected by the class of 2013. Mr. Malo has been with our school community for 4 years and has been with the class of 2013 since they entered the high school as freshmen. Mr. Malo holds almost as many jobs as I do. That was a joke. He is assistant to the librarian, paraprofessional, cafeteria monitor, and detention supervisor. Please welcome Mr. Nick Malo.
Mr. Tsabalis forgot graduation speaker. May I have your attention, class of 2013. It's your last announcement. Next week, there'll be MCAS testing. If you come in at the regular time,
I will laugh at you.
that is correct. But I am honored and humbled by the opportunity that you gave me to be your commencement speaker. Truly, I am. Really, no, I bragged to all my friends, saying, hey, I get to speak at the graduation. People like me. Administration, leadership, and Mahar, I want to thank you for trusting me with this opportunity. See, there's others of faith. Parents and loved ones, I want to thank you for making this possible. Nobody does this alone, and a great deal of credit lies with you. Most speakers say, I will keep this short. I'm not like most. In 2013, I want you to take this time to soak in this moment. Stop thinking about tripping over whatever to get your diploma. Take in this moment, soak it in. Let this be embedded in your mind, because you will always look back at this time. Remember it. Do not forget. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be scared. But it is not okay for you to miss this moment. Grab a hold of it. 4 years ago, 2013, you entered high school. 4 years ago, I started substitute teaching here. You gave me a chance, and I always remember you for that. And for putting my stapler in the Jell-O. But you did it. Some of you thought you couldn't. Some people said you couldn't. But you did it. You made it to this point. You should be proud of yourselves. You're entering a new chapter in your life. Now you're entering this mythological place called the real world. But this real world, the world that you're about to face outside of school, is riddled with injustice. There's terrorism, there's human suffering, there's human trafficking, and slavery of all sorts of kinds. There's terrible things that are happening around us. Most oftentimes, we ignore them. There are all sorts of calamity in this real world. Some of it's human-made, and some of it's just natural. Earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. In my time here at Mahar, I got faced with a lot of complaints. Evidently, that's another job I have, is to receive the complaints from everybody. But I'm quick to point out that those complaints and things that are going wrong are opportunities to make things better, if we will just look at them that way. Why do I have to do this? I'm often wanting to. 2013, you know my response usually. "2013 has seen a flawed system. They've seen life not go their way, not the way it's supposed to be. And my response is always, good. What are you going to do about it?" 2013, you're faced with opportunity to make a difference. Don't back down. Don't shy away from this opportunity. Grasp a hold of it. Trouble happens. Some of it's in our control. Some of it's not. But the way we react to these situations is in our control. There are so many things that are going wrong. There's so many people in need. There's so much suffering. We need to do something about it. This world needs heroes. In the last few weeks, we've seen on the news heroes. From those who were first responders in the Boston bombing, the first responders in Oklahoma with those tornadoes. And what I love about that is that not all those first responders were in uniform. They were regular people who saw a need and acted upon it. They saw an opportunity to make a difference. There's opportunity all around us if we will just open our eyes to see it. This world needs heroes. This world needs people who will take this opportunity to reject the injustices, who will not harbor hate, who will look past themselves and to help out their fellow human being. A selfless act is what a hero is. This world needs heroes. This world needs you. The solution is you. The solution must be you. If there's hope for the future, it has to come from you. My generation's very good at pointing out problems. Doing something about it is an entirely different aspect. In Plato's Republic, Plato describes the ideals of a great society. He talks about leadership and who should lead the perfect society. These leaders were to be picked from the most educated, the most selfless, from the aristocracy of the people in Greece. But one key thing about their position of leadership is that they were supposed to receive nothing. Servant leadership. Service without reward. I hope there's not any politicians here, but imagine if we had leaders who would do the right thing because it is the right thing to do, without reward. Now I say leaders. Leadership is defined by influence, not position. Service is the greatest good. This year, I happened to go to 2 funerals. These 2 in particular were both sad events, but they were contrast to 2 different lives. One was an elderly man with failing health. The other was a 22-year-old girl taken by a tragic car accident. They had one similarity that I found interesting. It was the impact on the lives they left behind. Oftentimes we wait to a funeral to reflect on somebody's life and the differences that they've made. And that's a shame. But one thing I noticed, a measure of a good life, is the impact that you have on others. A few years ago, I went to Haiti as part of the Recovery Act of the earthquake that happened there. I was with an organization called Convoy of Hope. I met orphans there who had lost loved ones, who lost their parents, who had truly less than nothing. They didn't care about my position here at the school. They didn't care about my academic prowess or my wry sense of humor. They didn't care about any of the achievements I had. All that they cared about was my willingness to help. 2013, this world needs help. This world needs real answers. This world needs heroes. This world needs you. You anticipated this graduation day, probably from the moment that my daughter, who's in kindergarten, anticipates hers. You longed for it so intensely. Now that it's here, what are you going to do? What will define you? I committed my life's work to the service of others. I hope you do the same in whatever vocation you take. I want you to look at me. Turn around and look at me, class of 2015. My college president, George Cope, used to tell us students often. He would tell me and all my other classmates, he said, I would love you and I'm proud of you. Now this is a good man. This is a man I still look up to. This is a man who was righteous, upright, honest. But I had a hard time with that. I couldn't fully understand it until really this moment. 2013, I love you, and I'm proud of you. A generation needs to be unified to have an indelible mark on society. You've demonstrated your ability to be unified when you didn't clap at that prep rally. You committed yourselves to a common goal. and you saw that goal accomplished. You can make a difference. Take life setbacks as opportunities to make a difference. Some things we have control over, some things we don't. Calamity comes, some of it can be prevented, some of it can't. Some of calamity can come from a perfectly kicked soccer ball in gym class. Thank you for that. 2013, you're off. You're about to leave. Come back and see me. You know where to find me. But the way you react will determine your level of impact. 2013, impact the world. Be the change you want to see. Do not give in to the destructive things of this world or provide an environment for the evil to succeed. Write your own indelible history. Remember that where you came from. Create a wake of change that no one will be able to deny. Honor those who poured into your life by doing the same for others. This is your time. This is your opportunity. Read some books and stay classy, Mahar.
Senior band members, please join the concert band. The Mahar Concert Band, conducted by Mr. Cho, will play Robin Hood soundtrack highlights by Michael Kamen, arranged by J. O. Cook. Thank you, Mr. Cho, and all band members. At this time, I would like to invite Class Secretary Janelle Karen and Class Treasurer Jessica Gilmore to the podium for the presentation of the class gift to Superintendent Michael Baldessari.
School Committee Chair Kara Dean, Superintendent Baldessari, Principal Tabalis, Mr. Nick Malo, class officers, parents, family, friends, faculty, and staff. On behalf of the class of 2013, we would now like to present our class gifts. We are giving the school 2 picnic tables to be placed outside the school cafeteria. We hope this gift will allow students to continue enjoying the outside area near the cafeteria.
Fittingly, it's a senior privilege that our students get to eat outside when the weather's nice. And I know some members of the junior class had asked Mr. Tabalis if they would be allowed to eat outside once the class of 2013 had departed. What did you say? He said yes. He said, of course. He said yes. So, we thank you on behalf of the school committee, on behalf of our member towns. We thank you for the gift. It will be put to good use, and we hope that you will come by and visit with us and sit on them again. Thank you so much.
At this time, I would like to invite School Committee Chairperson, Ms. Kara Dean, to the podium to offer congratulatory remarks.
Good evening, family, friends, Mahar faculty and staff, honored guests, and most importantly, the class of 2013. It is my esteemed honor to be here and to be part of this special event. I would first like to recognize all the school committee members and personally thank them for all the time and dedication they give all year long. Please stand if you're here. Peter Cross, Pat Smith, Rebecca Badgley, Paul Gervais, and Chris Paul, all from Orange, Mike Johan from New Salem, Johanna Bartlett from Wendell, and our newest members, Heidi Shortis and Lynn Paradina from Petersham. Please join me in thanking them for all they do to help make Mahar the best it can be. Graduates, as you head out on your next adventures, I want you to keep in mind a few important things that I have learned throughout my adventures since I graduated from Mahar 30 years ago tonight. As you pursue your dreams, remember to take time to help others, even if doing so slows you down a bit. Whether it is as simple as helping an elderly person put her groceries in her car, coaching a local Little League team, or volunteering on your local school committee, it will give you more satisfaction than you'll ever know. As you explore and develop your unique talents and skills, remain humble and remember that these special abilities are gifts that were nurtured and encouraged by others throughout your earlier life. It is important to remember and give credit to the family, friends, teachers, coaches, all that helped you develop your talents. As life hands you challenges, welcome them as ways to become stronger and wiser. As Joshua Marine once said, challenges are what makes life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. As you acquire material things throughout the years, remember that your most important possessions are your integrity, your honesty, and the desire to make a difference in your life and others around you. These qualities will be respected by others more than any fancy car or shiny jewelry. Always remember that no one is going to hand you success. You must go out and work for it yourself. Bill Cosby once said, in order to succeed, Your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. Fear will play with your mind, but don't let it control you. Face it head on and keep striving for what you want. So on behalf of the entire school committee, we wish you all great success in the future. May you cherish your Mahar memories as I do. And may your new path take you where you want to go and bring you pleasant surprises and happiness always. Thank you.
I will now recognize the top 10 students by rank and the current National Honor Society members. When you hear your name, please stand in place until all names have been announced. The top 10 students by class rank are Megan Elizabeth Berry, Jessica Hope Gilmore, Emma Ann Atwood, Megan Ray St. Laurent, Curtis David Grafe, Andrew James Aldrich, Derek James Porter, Laura Lynn Stewart, Hannah Mary Moore, Cassandra Rose Knowles True. Okay, you may be seated. Key Club Trophy will now be presented by Carrie Crosby and Joseph Capuzzo. Each year, the Key Club awards 2 trophies, one for the top female student and one for the top male student. The recipients this year are Megan Elizabeth Berry and Curtis David Grafe. Congratulations to you both. And now the current National Honor Society members. Please remember to remain standing till all names have been announced. Members of the National Honor Society, class of 2013. Cassie Abbott, Andrew Aldrich, Emma Atwood, Carissa Bardsley, Allison Barnes, Ashley Beller, Ross Bergantino, Megan Berry, Carrie Boatwright, Kira Bradshaw, Jessica Gilmore, Curtis Grafe, Sydney Guerra, Janelle Jiskowitz, Harold Kemsley, Cassandra Knowles True, Jordan Lavoie, Timothy LeBlanc, Hannah Moore, Kayla Mosier, Julia Plouffe, Tasha Palana, Derek Porter, Matthew Richard, Sydney Richardson, Haley Ringland, Isaac Scott, Emily Sharp, Laura Stewart, Megan St. Laurent, Zachary Taylor, and Jillian Valley. Please give them a round of applause. You may be seated. Now it is my turn to say a few words. Brace yourself. As we all know, every class is different, and the class of 2013 was definitely different. Of course, I mean that in a good way. The class of 2013 was the first class to lead our school under our current school-wide learning expectations. Through all the adversity and change that this class has faced, these kids continued to work hard and they persevered through all challenges thrown at them. These kids were very busy and involved. We applaud them for their efforts as they continue to excel to make Mahar a better place. These kids were determined to lead in the right direction. Their work ethic was evident in their MCAS scores, but as we heard, their fundraising skills were not great, but they continued forward. Many of them will go on to pursue higher education and have received as a class over $60,000, half of which has been graciously donated by the Orange Scholarship Foundation. The class of 2013 can simply be described with one word: perseverance. Although there were times when they could have stopped, instead they paused and figured out a way to make the best out of every situation. For that, we are very proud of them. Now, I referred to them as kids throughout the beginning of this speech for a reason. The reason being is that tonight, we call upon you to be young adults. The lessons learned and time spent in the classroom have led you to this evening. The decisions you make from here on out will be a little tougher. The choices you make will reflect solely upon you. So go out there with what you have learned and show us what you can do. I've always known, if you can survive high school, you will survive anything. This year, we have had several conversations about time. I told you that before long, we would be here at graduation. Tonight, your graduation evening becomes a reality. I am proud of each and every one of you for becoming the young adults we all knew you were destined to be. I leave you with this message, which I guarantee you have heard since the very beginning of time when you started way back in kindergarten. That is to do your best, apply yourself to the best of your ability, and do as you have done here at Mahar, and that's make the best out of every situation. Lastly, I can't wait to hear the words, "Mr. T, you were right." I did need that class as an adult. So class of 2013, it was my pleasure to be your principal. We wish you the best and much success. Thank you. Superintendent Baldessari and School Committee Chairperson Ms. Dean, I certify that the members of the class of 2013 here present have successfully completed all graduation requirements prescribed by the Ralph C. Mahar Regional School Committee and have also fulfilled the Commonwealth graduation requirement stipulated by the Massachusetts Comprehensive Assessment System, also known as MCAS. It is now time to present the diplomas. I realize that many of you will take your own photographs. Once you've taken your photos, please move aside so that others will have an opportunity to take unobstructed pictures. Thank you. We will now begin. Megan Elizabeth Berry. Derek James Porter. Janelle Dorothy Karen. Jessica Hope Gilmore. Megan Ray St. Laurent. Emma Ann Atwood. Laura Lynn Stewart. Curtis David Grafe. Cassandra Rose Knowles True. Hannah Mary Moore. Jordan Rose Lavoy.
There you go, Francie!
Julia Marie Plouffe. Ashley Ann Beller. Sydney Grace Guerra. Daryl Lamond Kemsley. Isaac Clifford Scott. Haley Elena Ringland. Cassie Wade Abbott. Ross Anthony Bergantino. Zachary Goodhue Taylor. Janelle Marie Juskowitz. Jillian Rose Valley. Emily Ray Sharp. Kiri Alexandria Boatwright. Nathaniel Patrick Hickey, accompanied by Heather Welsh. Allison Victoria Barnes. Edward Thomas Gordon, accompanied by Emily Ballard. Sydney Patricia Richardson. Kayla Mae Mosier. Matthew Stephen Richard. Tasha Lynn Polana. Dustin Earl Fisher. Timothy Edward LeBlanc. Erica Lynn Boyer.
I would have died today. I would have been, the ambulance would have come and brought me to the hospital.
Matthew Stephen Lyman. Jeremy William Osborne. Joanne Manetta Gilson. Miranda Grace Chappelle Farley. William Patrick Harris. Austin Howard Darling. Crystal Lee West. Michaela Marie Losman.
That's what I just said to you. Right. No doubt in my mind.
Nicholas Michael Aguilera. Kyle James Smith. Hannah Sophia Kakidis. Samantha Elizabeth Pearson. Adam Irvin Souzer. Dylan Hunter Dodge. Devin Cecilia McAllister. Emily Ann Ballard. Heather Welsh. Benjamin John Priestley Jr. Mitchell Thomas Bork, accompanied by Tiffany Malou.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, the sun goes down.
Sydney Gabrielle Cleveland. Anastasia Michaela Vescovi. Matthew Thomas Bass. Brandon Corey Gustav. Kyle Eric Calais. Dayla Reed Sullivan. Nicole Laguerre.
I'm in the pond.
Corey Joseph Bedard. Chelsea Patricia Gaudette. Erica Lynn Tweedy.
for me. And I saw you, and kept going and going.
Christopher Allen Jackson. Brendan Robert Braithwaite. Sabrina Marie Silva. Danielle Marie Egan.
We're like the Longhorn again.
Trevor Edward Bork. Domenico Vincenzo Bacchetti. Rafael Silva III.
Oh my God. Never thought that was too.
Crystal Marie Fredette. Brandon Michael Coleman. Cody William Iozo. Jeremy William Pothier. Also receiving for his brother, who was unable to be here this evening, Kenneth Kyle Trombley. Tiffany Rose Maloof. Sean Edward Sweeney. Abigail Emily Cook. Dominic Lorenzo Labonte.
Oh, another epic fail going.
I was closer.
Christopher Allen Charisse. Christopher Raymond Thorpe. Christopher Scott Taro Jr. Stephen Allen Powell. Robert David Berquist Jr. Camden Hunter Marshall. Kyle Anthony Kicking Bear Pazano. Jonathan Patrick Hicks. Brandon Jeffrey Lusko. Craig Joey LaPointe. Victor Gary Capuzzo. Andrew James Aldrich Marshall.
Oh my God, I said.
Carissa Hayes Bardsley, also a Marshall. Marshals, stay in the class. Graduates, please change your tassels from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Ralph C. Mahar Regional School graduates of class of 2013. Please stand and welcome your new fellow alumni. There are many people whom I would like to thank for making this event such a success. Mrs. McKenna, Mr. Hemlin, Mr. Dion, Miss Curley, Mrs. LaCroix, Mrs. Mitchell, Pam and Penny Smith, Mr. Cho and the band, and all the teachers and staff, students, and especially the custodial and maintenance staff. But a special thanks goes out to Mrs. Kilhart, as she was our graduation drill sergeant. And we owe much gratitude. Thank you all for all you have done to make this event so wonderful. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the president of the class of 2013, Megan Berry.
School Committee Chair Cara Dean, Superintendent Baldessari, Principal Tabalis, Mr. Nick Malo, class officers, parents, family, friends, faculty, staff, and the class of 2013. 6 years ago, I walked into this school and it was issued the student ID 2013-020. As a little 7th grader in 2007, that number, that year, 2013, seemed like eons away. And yet here we are, 2013. Here we are in our caps and gowns, boys in blue, girls in red. here we are with these annoying tassels slipping into our mouths. Here we are, 6 years later, looking to the future, enjoying the present moment, and reminiscing about the memories we created together. I'd like to quickly begin this speech with a big thank you from all of us to all of you here today. Teachers, thank you for staying past 2 o'clock on Fridays. Thank you for challenging us to go beyond expectations. Staff, thank you for providing a safe environment to learn in. Thank you for making us meals, cleaning the classrooms, answering phones, and dealing with us when we're at our worst. Parents and guardians, thank you for driving us back and forth to school 2 or 3 times a day. Thank you for loving us, even when we didn't deserve it. Friends, thank you for supporting us always. Pam and Penny Smith, our class advisors, thank you for guiding us through these past 4 years. Everyone who has touched our lives, thank you for always being there. Thank you for sharing your advice. Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for everything you have all done, because without you, none of us would be where we are today. Classmates, please join me in thanking these people with a round of applause. As I began writing this speech, I wasn't quite sure what to say. How are you possibly supposed to summarize everything you've ever learned in the past 13 years of schooling? How are you supposed to express all of the experiences you've had and emotions you're feeling? How do you say goodbye to all you've ever known? As I was sitting in my room pondering these questions, as well as what jokes I could use and what lessons I wanted to leave you with, I noticed my clothes were all over the place, my desk was cluttered with papers, and my floor needed a good vacuuming. And it clicked. My mom used to always tell us to leave a room better than we found it. We only had to do simple acts, such as pushing in a chair at the table or picking up a plate left on the counter. But whatever we did, we were encouraged to make the room look nicer. I admit that this didn't always work, and still doesn't always work. Cleaning has never really been one of my passions, and I'm sure that's a common trait among teenagers across America. But when this mantra did work, and it can, our house looked great. With 5 of us in the house, and each of us picking up here and there, it was easy to keep our house clean. However, as we've gotten older and busier, we don't pay attention to cleaning as often, and our house is, well, a little less than perfect. Each of us has stopped putting in the effort and working together to create a clean household. Sorry, Mom. The world we live in is experiencing this same problem. People have taken on a me-first attitude. They have stopped caring about the general well-being of others and of the world as a whole. They have disregarded the welfare of future generations. We aren't leaving the world better than we found it. It's time for this attitude to change, and it starts with us. Oftentimes, in graduation speeches, speakers encourage the class to go out and change the world, to find the cure for cancer, solve our energy problems, save the rainforest, or erase world hunger. I'm not here to do that. Classmates, I actually encourage you to do the opposite. Do not go out into the world with the notion that you are going to change the world with one simple act. Instead, go out into the world with small goals. Small goals are easily accomplished and will naturally bring us toward our bigger goals. And eventually, if we continue focusing on our small goals, we can change the world together. We have to focus on what is in front of us and work toward changing that one small thing with the idea in mind that we are working towards something larger. Dream to cure cancer, but spend extra time experimenting in the lab. Imagine a solution to our energy problems, but read an extra science article every day. Aspire to save the rainforest, but spend time planting trees in your own town. Hope to erase world hunger, but volunteer at your local soup kitchen. Attacking these huge ideas is almost impossible without starting small. As with cleaning a room, you wouldn't decide to paint your walls when your clothes are scattered all around or your desk is cluttered with papers. The clothes and papers would get in the way, and your big goal painting the room, would not be completed efficiently or effectively. The whole room isn't going to get clean in one day. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes work. Making a lasting impact on the world isn't going to happen in one day either. It will take time, it will take patience, and it will take work. But we can, and we will do it. So do the extra research, run the extra mile, stay 10 minutes late, be kind to strangers, spend time with the ones you love. Simple acts are what will create a better world. Whatever we do, let's leave each person we meet better than we found them. Let's leave each room we enter better than we found it. And in time, we will leave the world better than we found it. Classmates, the amount of potential I see among us amazes me. Please, don't let that go to waste. We've left our mark on Mahar. Now, let's leave our mark on the world. Thank you.
To the gate, and I can go get the car.
Okay.
No bad. No, you gotta be late.
Well, you can get in the car.
Take a picture, Bill. Yeah, we go. Right over here. He's got a whole line over there.
There's a line over there already. Billy, smile at me real quick. Thank you.
Still got it?
You do? You will.
I can see Remember the courthouse? Yeah, that was awesome.
That was nice. Carry your bag. Did you carry something? Mom's gonna walk over somewhere away from the golf cart. So it's quicker. We're due to the gate.
You want to have to go? Well, you gonna do pictures?
Oh, yeah. Swipe away. Yeah, I want to do pictures.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. That's mine. Very exciting.
He's videotaping right now.
Alright, guys, play the scribble on it and watch it.